Hi, this is Rob Goyette, and today's topic is how to sell anything. So you might be selling physical goods, you might be selling services like consulting or coaching. No matter what you're selling, there are two factors that need to be in place for people to spend money with you, to hire you, to buy from you. And that is trust and an irresistible offer. And I'll talk about each one of them. I want to start with trust. A lot of people know about the know, like, and trust factor. You might have heard of that. And so it's good if people know you and it's good if people like you, but it's critical that they trust you. Think in terms of someone buying drugs from a drug dealer. They don't really have to know the drug dealer and they don't really have to like the drug dealer, but they need to trust that the drugs that they buy are going to be safe and give them the effect that they want, right? So know, like, and trust, all three are good, but trust is what's critical. And people actually need to trust you at two levels. They need to trust you as a person and you as the expert who can get them the results that they want. If they don't trust you as a person, maybe they think you're going to run off with their credit card number and go shopping, for instance, or you're going to share their email address with all these other places. They need to trust that you're a good person and you're going to respect the relationship between you and the customer. They also need to trust you as the expert who can get them the results that they want. If they suspect or worry that you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know your stuff might not work, then they're probably not going to do business with you. So that's why things like testimonials really add credibility and add to that trust as you as an expert. So they need to trust you as a person and they need to trust you as the expert who can get them the results that they want. That's the first part of the equation, is trust. Now, the second part of the equation is irresistible offer. And the irresistible offer has two features as well. The first is that people need to understand the irresistible offer. A lot of times we put together offers and we think, wow, this is amazing. Everyone's going to buy my product or program, right? And nobody buys, or very few people buy. And we scratch our heads and we think, the offer was irresistible. It's a no-brainer. They should sign up. Why don't they? I know they trust me. And this is a huge value for the money to help them get results, but they're not buying. Well, if they don't understand the offer, if they don't understand the inputs and the outputs, a confused mind says no, right? So they need to understand the offer. They need to understand what they're putting in, and that includes how to pay. If you have too many payment plans or payment options or really just basically too many choices for them to make, they're going to shut down and say no. But if you make it really simple, here's what you put in and here's what you get out, that helps them understand your irresistible offer. The second part of the irresistible offer is that it does need to be an absolute no-brainer. For the value you give compared to the relatively small price that you charge for your service or product. And so if you don't know what to charge, I would recommend figuring out how much value you deliver and then charge 1/10 of that. You can charge whatever you want, but some people get stuck on what to charge. And so I suggest that it's another way of saying it is make sure you deliver at least 10 times the value of the price that you charge. So if you've got those two things in place, if you've got trust, you as a person and you as the expert who can get them the results that they want, and you've got the irresistible offer, they understand the offer and it's an absolute no-brainer for the value you give compared to the relatively small price that you charge, then they will buy from you. And people have varying levels of trust and understanding. So doesn't mean that 100% of everybody's going to buy from you, but look at it this way. Everyone who has bought something from you, they trusted you at some level and they understood and saw your offer as irresistible. So that's the formula that I use to sell anything. And I'd encourage you to use that in your business as well. And I'm also a big supporter and proponent of the coaching industry. I think everybody should offer coaching. If you're an expert of any kind, you should probably consider adding coaching into your business for an additional revenue stream and a better way to serve your clients. And if you're not doing this right now, I'd encourage you to go to this URL and check out a program I've got. It's deeply, deeply, deeply discounted so that you can check it out and see about adding coaching into your business for an additional revenue stream. The URL is radicalresultsvideos.com/one. radicalresultsvideos.com/one. All right, thanks everybody for watching. Bye for now.